Hello, this is Padma from padmaali.com, and today we're going to be talking about the power of your subconscious mind and how to reprogram your subconscious mind. First of all, there's a reason why I'm even talking about the subconscious mind. So first I'm going to give you an overview of what is the subconscious mind, the function of the subconscious mind, and then also how do you work with the programming that your subconscious mind has stored. The reason subconscious mind is so important is because everything that you have in your life, everything that you don't have in your life, whether it's health, wealth, relationship, anything, how you're advancing in your career, everything is related to what is the programming in your subconscious mind. So the first step is, the first thing I want to talk about, I'm just having a chat with you. As you can tell, I'm just sitting in my back deck. I'm sitting facing here so that I hope you get to see the hummingbirds. That's one of my favorite things to watch. They are just so amazing creatures, like their perseverance and their ability to, there are times, I'm digressing, but I'm going to bring it back to you. There are times, like if I don't fill up that hummingbird feeder, the hummingbird, a couple of them will come and hover over my window, like telling me, fill it up, like they're so like, give me what I want. And there's so much to learn from animals in that way. And the reason I'm again bringing that up is, if you have the drive to go after what you want, if you don't have the drive to go after what you want, everything has to do with the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is ingrained, like it is what allows us to function on so the subconscious mind has two different functions. One is it kind of automates everything. It's like, when you're driving and then suddenly you realize you've reached your destination. You didn't even know how you got there, but suddenly you're there. That is where the subconscious mind is taken over, and you're kind of coasting without even realizing how or when you got there. So that is the power of the subconscious mind. Now, subconscious mind is another function. So from the time a baby is born, or sometimes even in utero, not sometimes, even in utero, to the age of 7 or 8, it is pure walking, talking subconscious mind. So that means, this is why when you are little and you've been exposed to different languages, you pick up languages like this. So when I was growing up in India, obviously the language that we spoke was English, but then in school, but at home we spoke a different language. And then where I grew up, there was a different language spoken, two different languages spoken. So in essence, I learned 4 languages at the same time, and I could fluently go between different languages. And to date, I can go between 3 different languages: English, in my native mother tongue, which is Tamil, and also the national language in India, which is Hindi. I can go between all these 3 languages very, very fluidly, very fluently. The 4th language I have kind of forgotten how to speak, but I can still understand very well. The reason I'm again sharing this with you is because at that age, right, like at 5 and 6 and 7, your brain is literally like a sponge. It is going to absorb everything that is exposed to. It is why that is so in essence. So here's a good thing, right? Like where I learned a different language, and maybe you did too. But if you are exposed to limiting beliefs at that time, that is what you are going to live from without even consciously being aware of it. There's a little hummingbird. Without even being aware of it. I was talking to somebody recently, a family member, and they have a 12-year-old. And this 12-year-old, poor thing, has so many limiting beliefs. Like it's so many limiting beliefs. And like from everything from like money to like I can't succeed in life. And it was very disheartening, but that's what this child has been exposed to, and that's what this child has taken on. So you are also a result of your programming. So it is up to you to see what programming serves you and what programming doesn't. How do you recognize that? Easiest way, look at your life. Look at whether you have what you want in your life or not. Do you have the kind of wealth or health, relationships? Are you the kind of parent you want to be? You get to see, is it in alignment with me or not? And if it isn't, and they're still like, I want a little bit more, it is important to ask, what is the programming of your subconscious mind that is preventing you from getting what you want? Okay, so I would really invite you to take some time and really think about this. In the money book, in the video on money, on how to attract more money, I forget the title, but I did a video recently on money. In that, I talked about the power of the subconscious mind. And that is there's a book written by Dr. Joseph Murphy on the power of your subconscious mind. So I would highly recommend reading that, because then you'll have a deeper understanding of the subconscious mind. Not only that, it also talks about how to reprogram your subconscious mind, which brings us to the next phase of this video, where we're going to be talking about how to reprogram your subconscious mind. Many different ways to reprogram your subconscious mind. First thing, read that book. It has many different suggestions. Another book that I would highly recommend is The Complete Works of Florence Scovel Shinn, where she talks about the power of words. See, words are how our brain, words and pictures, right? Pictures primarily, feelings, is the language of the subconscious mind. So, and with words, we get to capture the feelings and the pictures. So read those two books, because that is really going to give you some direction on how to use the power of your words to reprogram the subconscious mind, using affirmations, using statements that are uplifting and empowering. Okay, so that is the first step for you. The second thing is to pay very close attention to your inner narratives. Like, what is the inner narrative that you are constantly aware of, or not even aware of? How many times have you gotten, like, you're walking somewhere, but you're so engrossed in your own thoughts that you don't even know what you're thinking, but then when you come out of it, you're like, oh my God, I don't feel good. It's because there have been thoughts in your brain that do not make you feel good. So it is very, very, very important for you to pay attention to the internal chatter. So pay attention to that. Okay, so that is, and then when you're aware of the chatter, then you have the ability to change it or shift it. All right, so that is the second way to reprogram your subconscious mind. The third and really effective way to reprogram your subconscious mind is using hypnosis. Every hypnosis is self-hypnosis. What most people are exposed to is the ones that they see on TV, and that is stage hypnosis. We do not do that. Nobody's gonna go around clucking like a chicken. That's not happening, people. But you can use hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind. There's a site called hypnosisdownloads.com. I'm just giving you resources. I get no benefit from any of these resources. I'm just sharing things with you that I know has helped my clients and helped me. Hypnosisdownloads.com is a great site if you have any specific things you want to master using hypnosis or reprogram your subconscious mind. It has specific hypnosis that are going to be that's going to help you reprogram your subconscious mind. So for example, say you want to heal from anxiety. That, by the way, is conditioning of the subconscious mind. So to reprogram that, what you can do is go to hypnosisdownloads.com and then look for a hypnosis on anxiety, on lowering anxiety or clearing anxiety or however, or healing anxiety. And just do that over and over and over and over again till you master it, till it's done. And then you move on to the next one. It is and you can do that with wealth, you can do that with relationships, you can do that with pretty much anything you want. So that is the third way to reprogram your subconscious mind. There's a fourth way, and that is the power of imagination. Look, people, everything, I don't have anything right here in front of me other than my Bose AirPods. They're not called AirPods. That is only from Mac, right? Like, or from Apple, whatever. Oh my God, I can't speak. Whatever these things are called. Everything is created from your imagination. This comes from imagination, these bracelets and whatever, like I have tissue paper here. Everything comes from the power of your mind. Everything starts with imagining what that is, and then it gets produced in the 3D level. So imagination, however, what are we taught when we are little? If you're sitting and like dreaming about something or like creating stories, children, if you notice, are innately imaginative. There's a lot of imaginative play that happens. It is natural for children. Similarly, but as we get older, we're kind of taught like you're wasting your time, like you're just, you're kind of in your own world, like stop doing that, right? And so we're taught to ignore our imagination. However, like Einstein said, imagination is the preview of what is to come. So the power of your imagination is so important. So I invite you to start imagining the life that you want. What is it that your vision? What is your vision? If you have worked with me in any capacity, that's the first thing I always ask you. What is your vision? What are you creating? Where do you want to go? Because once you have once you have that vision, then you know the destination you're getting to. So I invite you to spend some time crafting whatever you're working on, crafting an imagination around that one thing. So say you want to feel really healthy. Okay, so I want you to start imagining what would that feel like when you are fully healthy. What would your body feel like? What would you be doing? Would you be going on hikes? Would you be going on walks? Will you have so much energy? So see and feel and hear what that looks like for you when you already, this is the very key word, when you've already accomplished that thing that you are wanting to create. And when you have that, then you play that like a movie in your mind over and over and over and over again. Like just 15 seconds or 20 seconds throughout the day where you're imagining, say you're working on wealth, imagining what it feels like to receive money, to give service back for the money that you're receiving, how it feels to live a life that you always dreamed of. Now you want to imagine that, you want to feel that, and just 15 to 20 seconds, like 3 or 4 times in a day. Like anytime you have a small break, just imagine that. Say you're working on getting a new job. Imagine what it would be like to sit in your dream job desk and that you're doing this amazing work that fulfills you, that lights you up. You want to start imagining that. And that is what will help you reprogram your subconscious mind to create anything you want. So I gave you, as a recap, I gave you 4 different ways of reprogramming your subconscious mind. One is hypnosis. One is having oh my God, I can tell, right? I don't have notes, so I lost my train of thought. So imagination, hypnosis, and read the books, Florence Scovel Shinn and Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Watching your narrative, what's in your brain, like what is your brain focused on, and changing that narrative to what you want to create versus what you don't want to create. Most people are very good at like, I don't want this, I don't want that. But when you say I don't want something, unconsciously you're programming your subconscious mind to that thing. So you never say, I don't want. Always talk about what is it that you want. That brings us to the end of this video on the power of your subconscious mind and how you can reprogram your subconscious mind. My name is Padma from PadmaAli.com. Subscribe to the channel, share this with your tribe, and also subscribe to my podcast, Create Your Vibrant Life podcast, where I go into depth of a lot of similar topics. And I'm very excited that you are here. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next video.